Hi guys, NoizX here today with the first of hopefully many productive FL Studio tutorials. And before we begin, I would just want to set something out clear. I am by no means a professional. I didn't go to school for this. I didn't take any classes for this. Everything I am doing right here is something I learned over time as a result of practice. So let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about sidechain and sweeping. Sweeping like those sweepings you hear in trance and electro songs and whatnot. So first I'm gonna go ahead and create a new project right here. So we're dealing with a blank patch. Okay, first off, let me extend this to 8 to make it longer, the first pattern right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill this every 4 steps. So this is my kick, boom 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 boom, and it keeps on going like that. So let's play and hear what we got so far. So that's just kick. Let's go ahead and lay it out in here in the song mode or the playlist mode, whatever you like to call it, and switch here to song mode. So we have our kicks right here, and next we're gonna introduce the sweeping. What I like to use for my sweep-ins in most of my songs I like to use 3x oscillator. So go ahead, channels, add one, 3x OSC right there. And this 3x oscillator, it has 3 oscillators, hence the name 3x oscillator, 3 times oscillator. It has 3, 1, 2, and 3. So on each oscillator here we're going to select white noise, which is the second to the last option right before the question mark. Select on all 3 oscillators, and I'm gonna go right here in the piano roll and just lay a long note like this. So now I have my kick and my white noise going on. So let's play and hear what we got so far. Just noise, absolutely noise, like my name, noise. Alright, so to get that sweep effect, what we're gonna do first is select these 2 channels, the kick and the 3x oscillator, and go on the mixer right here, insert one, right click on insert one, link selected channels, and starting from this track. So it's gonna link the kick to track 1 and the 3x oscillator to track 2, which is the white noise. So we have our kick right here and our 3x oscillator right here. Next thing you want to do is select on the kick, make sure the kick is highlighted, then go down beneath the 3x oscillator on this arrow right here, right click and select sidechain to this track. So let me do that again. Make sure the kick is highlighted, go on this arrow beneath the 3x oscillator and right click, sidechain to this track. Next, on the 3x oscillator, go ahead and add, first of all, a Fruity limiter. And this right here is a limiter and a compressor. So what we need right now is the compressor to make that sweep effect, to make that pumping effect of the sidechain. So we're gonna drag up here and select 1, where it says sidechain right here, drag it to the first and bring the threshold down like so, and the ratio down like so. And now when we play, this is what we've got. It's pumping already. Let me bring the threshold down a bit more and the ratio more. So we've got the pump. Now we've got the pump effect, but still we need to make the sweep. We've got the pump effect, which is the sidechain. So we finished with the first part of the tutorial, and now we are going to the sweep, which is the second part. So I'm gonna go ahead, still on the 3x oscillator, go ahead and select a Fruity parametric EQ2. under presets, select 40 Hz cut. Right click right here and select low pass. So let's play so we can know what we're doing. So this is like the beginning, somewhere around here. So I'm gonna right click on the frequency here and create automation clip. So now I have my automation clip here on this in the sound mode, the playlist mode. Drag it up like so. Let's stop and play back again so we can hear what we've got so far. So we've got our pumping effect and the sweep. But I'm gonna do something right here. I'm gonna cut the kick from the first pattern and take it to the second. And I'm gonna explain in a minute. I'm gonna explain in a minute why I'm doing this. Paste here. So you can leave it as it is, and if you like we may extend. There's no limits. So let's leave it like so and put the kick here like this. So why I'm doing this for a reason. I want to make something like, it's the kind of effect I like to make on my sweeps to make them sound unique. I'm gonna take away the last kick from this part, so it's gonna sound like this now. I'm sure you can tell the difference from there. The next thing we're going to do is, okay, let's say you're making your song, you already have your drum rolls or something going on, and you don't need the sound of these kicks. They might interfere with the drum rolls you've got going on, so you want to disable the sound of this kick. If we switch off the kick sound, it's not going to pump. The sidechain is not going to work. So what we're going to do is select the kick and go right here on this volume where it says to master. We're going to check right here. It says to master, and bring it down, all the way down. Bring it all the way down. So now there is no sound from the kick going to the master. So the kick is there, it's going on, but you can't hear the sound. So now it's going to be something like this. So that's it, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show you a second way of doing this. Let me go ahead and create a new project again. Nope. Select create a new project like we did earlier on. The kick, 4 steps. Paste it in the song mode right here. Change to song mode, and on the second pattern 2, I'm gonna add the 3x oscillator to make the white noise. Again, this is the second to the last, right before the question mark. So select white noise, piano roll, and make that long bar of white noise, and I'm gonna paste it in the piano roll. So now I have my kick and my sweep. It's sounding, they are playing together, so it's gonna sound crappy. Now next thing you're gonna do is, together they sound like this. It's just noise, like I said earlier on, it's just noise. So the next thing we're gonna do, select the 2 as before. What I do to select them is by holding down the shift key. When you hold down the shift key, you're already selecting one, right? Hold down the shift key and select the kick. So now the 2 are selected, and right click on the insert one, link selected, starting from this track. So the kick is on 1, the 3x oscillator on 2. Next, I'm gonna go on the kick right here and add a fruity pick controller. So what this pick controller does is that it makes the kick acts like a trigger to trigger the sweep. So it's gonna sound now. Right now the kick is muted, so when I play it's gonna sound like this, but I haven't done anything yet. So as you can see, the kick is muted. If I just select this, the kick comes back on. Select back, it comes back like so. Okay, now let's make the pumping effect. To make the pumping effect, you're gonna go to your channels here on the pattern, right click on the 3x oscillator volume here, right click on the volume and say link to controllers. Select link to controllers. On this drag down here, drag down and select pick control, pick plus LFO, and accept. So now it's gonna sound like this. Wherever the kick is, that is where the pump will come in. We can mess around with this to make some better sound. Now we've got the pump going on, but we need that parametric EQ to make the sweep. So I'm gonna go as before, presets, 40 Hz cut, right click, type low pass, and let's play so we can know where it will be from. What have I done? Select the parametric EQ on the sweep. I'm sorry. Select the parametric EQ here on the sweep. Presets, 40 Hz cut, right click, type low pass, and let's hear where it begins from. So it begins from around here. Right click on the frequency, create animation clip, and drag this all the way up like this. So now let's stop and play so we can hear what we have so far. As you can hear, it's already sweeping in and pumping at the same time. So that's just the second way of doing this. Alright, I guess that's all for the day. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, like, do whatever you do. Follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description, hopefully. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you very, very much.